if you really got divine taste. Watch the llama, Josh, yeah, best duo since Smosh, yeah, made him on VR chat, yeah, so entertainment, get him on your money, become a sub, it's free if you got Twitch Prime, or $4.99 a month, yeah, way on it, start a stream, yeah, fuck it, yeah, I'm way on it, Dr. Man, start a stream, yeah, I'm way on it, yeah, hold on, heart is weighing on it, yeah, I'm way on it, yeah, welcome to the show, yeah, welcome to the show, yeah, welcome to the show, welcome to the show, Big Just McGee, or True P, Jinko Crew, Big Poppy Grease, no man Kiwi, Big Dog, got face so silly, I can't count. Yeah, way on it. Start a stream, yeah, fuck it, yeah, I'm way on it. Dr. Man, start a stream, yeah, I'm way on it. Yeah, hold on, heart is weighing on it. Yeah, I'm way on it. Make sure you enjoy the stream, please. That's all I ask of you. These niggas are cool, man. I'd give them the N-word pass. They can say it, like, it's just true. Yeah, way on it. Start a stream, yeah, fuck it, yeah, I'm way on it. Dr. Man, start a stream, yeah, I'm way on it. Yeah, hold on, heart is weighing on it. Yeah, I'm way on it. Yeah, welcome to the show. What the Dr. Man, welcome to the show. Secrets, yeah, glitch and mode. Yeah, bitch, yeah, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah, you can join us when we're talking at that 5-play. Watch questionable quotes if you really got divine taste. Watch the llama, Josh, yeah, best duo since Smosh, yeah, made him on VR chat, yeah, so entertainment, get him on your money, become a sub.
Good, hello guys, it's me, the man. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing A-okay. Welcome to the Doc and the Man show. Alright. Where did we last leave off at? Day 21. Get into it. I need to go back to that game. I need to beat it to become the JRPG demigod. Huh? You're frozen? You're fine. Just pat you. You're fine. Alright, where we last leave off? Turn that PC on. Crank that soldier boy. I'm starving. Do I have any food? What's this? Lighter. Smosh cocktail. Sponge. Battery. Alright. Clothing away. Email. Package received. This was today, right? The task information. You got the point. Steam's checkout. Alright. I think it's time to sleep. We're gonna try to do this. Wait, do we have any spare discs? We have a few. Yeah. Let's go and get this downloaded, and then I will head to bed. Ooh. Stop. go down. I think it's gonna be 200. No, it's 333. That's close enough. None saved. That's downloading. I think I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah. Do something real quick. I think I want a croissant. I need a croissant. Let me take out my backpack real quick. Use. Maybe one MRE so I could top off. There we go. Yeah. Let's head to bed. Little napskis. Basis silly. First and daily taxes. Don't do any sound alerts, by the way, guys. Google Cloud has been having issues. Sound alerts are down. Thankfully, Twitch is up. How you been, silly? Been good? That's what's up. Alright. It is max capacity. What does max capacity mean? No AC in the house? That is horrific. What does max capacity mean? What is that? Probably deer. You know? A drone coming out. I guess I'll investigate it. Right? Where's the bridge at? Just down here. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Sailing through the sky, little Einsteins. Alright, so there's something over here. What do you guys think it is? I don't really see anything. not a good place to be to show up my glasses. Must be a deer. All right. Yeah, it's probably just a deer. Alright, well, I guess back to base. Red light in the sky? There's a lot of those, brother. Sometimes there's like a bunch of false positives on the radar that like it detects like deer and rabbits and all sorts of things. So please get back to base. This way to base. Our little robot friend. Okay. Where did the crate outside go? It breaks after a while, I think. Yeah. And they normally just send me like an MRE. This is when they send me like cuisine or croissants. Back in here. Yeah, whatever that was out there just disappeared. So, go ahead and hold on, I gotta switch the steering mode real quick. La 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 la. To a little too loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Campfire Stories. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Russian military and their psychological super soldiers, as claimed or reported by them. Is this possible? Can this be possible? Can the man, can Putin train the Russian military with the super soldiers and use the mind powers that can stop the heart and choke and kick and win the wars against Western dominated powers? Da Ame.
Suchi.
Did you say Vespucci?
I might be Italian Rush. So you listen to Doc and the Man show in game?
A 2019 article claims demand in Popular Mechanics reported in 2019. A journal claims Russian troops have psychic powers. Did Russian soldiers working with telepathic dolphins learn how to interrogate captured enemies and see through time and space, says the article.
That dolphin pussy, am I right, boys?
That dolphin jelly.
Putin knows.
Look at him. We're going to harvest your jelly for the Russian people. Why would Popular Mechanics spoil the damn article, man? Yeah, in the very beginning. An article in official
This game's
Army
awesome, silly.
periodical is being ridiculed for claiming the Russian military
Oh yeah, I was gonna
has
download the
psychic
X-Files.
abilities and has used them in wartime.
about that.
The article makes big claims, but outside Russian critics claim it's all nonsense, and that the article should have never appeared in a Russian military publication. The article, entitled "Super Soldier for the Future Wars," was published in the February issue of the Russian Army's Army Digest. The author, reservist Colonel Nikolai
Next time.
Boroskov, makes reference to
Forgot all about that.
meta-contact technology, which is apparently a new word for what the rest of the world calls psychic technology.
Psychic
Even better,
technology.
the Russian military learned the technology from dolphins, they claim, which are naturally psychic. Didn't realize that. Did you realize that
Dolphins
dolphins
are
actually
naturally psychic. Okay, all right.
As a result, according to Boroskov, a soldiers trained in the meta-contact arts can, and I quote here, see through a captured enemy soldier, what kind of person he is, what his weaknesses and strengths are, whether he will go to recruitment. The reliability of the interrogation is almost 100% accurate. From him, it is impossible to get out. Technologies of counteraction to such interrogation train special forces in case of being taken prisoner. The highest persons of the country are the leaders of large industrial and banking structures in order to preserve state and commercial secrets. So there's evidently anti-psychic power techniques, according to this Russian article. Boroskov claims the technology can also help Russian soldiers master foreign languages, locate ambushes, warehouse, and enemy weapons caches. But it's not all mind-reading tactics, however. Meta-contact technology also has a weaponized side. Boroskov claims Russian army psychics can crash computers, burn out the crystals in electric generators, eavesdrop on conversations, jam TV and radio signals.
Whiskey. We got a L.
And another experiment involves, of course, the infamous, for those of you who don't know, remote viewing, as it has become known across psychic researchers in the West, which is, of course, involved by successfully reading a document locked in a safe, even though it was in a foreign language. It can also be used to identify terrorists and spies. Ruski spies will have the advantage over the Americans. Now, ironically, this was written in 2019. It's not helping them necessarily win the war against Ukraine.
Well, that's because Ukraine's landlocked. Ukraine's not landlocked.
You can argue that they could put an end to this anytime they wanted, and I believe it would be correct. But, however, they are still have been stalemated by now that might be because of Western involvement. We're not going to get into the politics because I want to know, demand and chat, and the comment section, how likely it is that there are psychic powers, in your opinion, and can they or will they be used in a military setting, right? Obviously, we're laughing and having a good time. Man, what do you think personally about psychic extrasensory perception abilities evidently learned from dolphins? And while you do that, I'm going to look up, are dolphins psychic?
I think that's a bunch of Louis, you know? I think that if they were truly psychic, they would actually use it. But then a part of me thinks, well, if they were really psychic, right, they wouldn't want the world to know. They'd try to bury the information and only use it in like black ops type situations, right?
Right, right. And here's my question, right? Like, and I know I'm not necessarily like asking you specifically. Chat can answer if you want. Honestly, I mean this 100%. Bro, like, what is the range and usefulness of these psychic powers? Obviously, we're a damn side away from Dragon Ball Z's Tien Shinhan and like blasting, like, you know what I'm saying? Blasting out like beams from our brains, and like, so even if it was true, they wouldn't really necessarily have like an advantage. I mean, they're not going to be able to psychic powers their way out of getting blasted by a missile, you know, from an aircraft carrier, like, you know, 17 miles away. Like, you're not getting out of that. So, like, I wonder, even if all of these claims were real, like, can it even defeat conventional technologies? And I guess that's where the dolphin theory sort of comes in. According to Google, no, there is no evidence that dolphins have psychic abilities. However, dolphins are intelligent and have many other remarkable abilities. They appear to show emotion, such as love, joy, pain, fear, and suffering. Dolphins have specialized brain cells, called spindle neurons, which are associated with advanced abilities like reasoning, problem solving, and
dolphins' brains are huge.
Evidently, this article claims they are self-aware. All right, and dolphins can sense electric fields, which may help them navigate and hunt. And of course, they have echolocation to share complex 3D images with one another.
So why isn't a dolphin trying to become like CEO if they're self-aware? We're gonna go to power.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's so long and
Alright, let me pause that real quick. Where is... There's stuck in a box. Okay. Good night. Let's go to TR2 first. Get that cranking. SV target TR2. Where is Tier 2 on the map? Oh, Tier 2 is by Quebec. So I think I go Tier 2, then I go Whiskey, Quebec, Lima. Or I go to Quebec, Whiskey. Or I go Whiskey, Quebec, yeah. Well, I have to go to this one first. Then go Whiskey, okay. Yeah. Oh! Might have slammed the door. Fine though. A little spritz of coffee real quick. Start my day up good. Alright. Let's get going. Okay. Just the transformer. Alright. Click on her. There should be a tower right there. There should be. This should be Quebec. X-ray. All right, went a little too far out. It's fine. SV target whiskey. Just gotta repair whiskey real quick. I repair it, write down the hashtags. Let's do a little shortcut. A little up the mountain, ramp it. Much health? 44 health? Ooh. We can ramp that, chat. Steady. 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 You know what? Here's good. S3 dot hash 2266 8FC 96F. Put up our handy dandy notebook. Ski. Need S3 target Quebec. You have to. I think you might like this type of game, Silly. It's like a slow burn, slow and steady. It has like, so far I've only seen aliens and deer, and I've seen it like a murderous hut. There's so many small things in this game, and it's free. Like, this game's in pre-alpha. It has all this cool stuff. But I am gonna prepare X-Files for tomorrow, so we can watch the first season of X-Files together while we work on our daily tasks. Like, it feels very daunting at first, but like, I don't know, you get into a routine and it feels good. Do SV targets. What's the storm that's causing the glitches? 126 F45 B01D. Doot 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 doot. Notepad. Go back. Target Lima. Sweet. Yeah, my keyboard double types a lot, and it's super annoying. Ooh. There's also mannequins. Hate that. Let's get as far as we can. I don't know, dude. I think mannequins are so creepy. Like, you shouldn't look like a person, but be inanimate. So, like, I feel at any point in time, you can come to life, you know? I'm just trying to throw a punch at him. Did that right? I think someone tried to throw a punch at me and missed. BD, D2, BC, FA, 11. Attack base. Alright. Just gonna learn how to drive ATVs. It's fine, it's fine. Alright, bro. Okay. Oh, I never set this up today. So what I'm doing is I'm like, there's certain buttons you can press that change what this filter goes up. And you have like polarity filter, frequency filter. You have to get the bars all up to green, preferably at the very top. Make this download faster. But I am going to calibrate my satellites. SV, no, it is SD.cal. Because our main job as the researcher, the planetary researcher, is to look up into the sky and see what we could hear, see what we could tell, you know, scan planets, scan solar systems, scan black holes, scan spatial anomalies, like, whatever we can scan, we scan, and that is our job here at the facility. Ooh, uniform is really bad. Why is uniform always the problem child? Always a problem child. Alright. And what this does, I think it boosts download speed. I can fix that polarity filter. Go. It's as close as we're getting, boys. And so your tasks, you get an email. The daily task from Dr. Bao. So he wants, so we already did the Lima Quebec whiskey. And he wants 2 signals level 3, but he's gonna get like 4. So we go into our garage. Ooh, we only have 1. Okay. Desk. Let's go to the store and buy some more drive boxes. Give me like... Give me the rest in drives. Yeah, look at that. So we have the asteroid downloaded. Go ahead and bring this bad boy over here. Use, drop the lid. And then take out my notepad. Get off this page because he wants this page with all the reports. Just confirming. Page on top. The lid on it. Alright. Drop it right there. Let's call him the drone. Oh, the drone's already ordering you something. So let's go ahead and off the side right there. Toolbox. Let's go and repair our guy up. Brum, brum, brum. Okay. Go ahead and get all these drives out. Go, that's all my drive boxes. It's a fairly peaceful game until it's not. Let's go ahead. That down. Go, drones incoming. You're fine. Is my car like... Yeah. So I activated solar power ATV. Help. Things and such. Should be downloading. Scratch my ear because my ear is super itchy right now. Alright. Continue the podcast.
Thanks for all the fish. This says more because that's literally the plot to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That the dolphins are a higher intelligence that always try to warn us, and then they just like freaking bail and leave the Earth before it's destroyed because they know. And so, I mean, not to debunk Russia's claims, but this does sound like a psyop. No, not a psychic op, but a psychological warfare tactic that probably isn't believed by anyone when questioned the United States, when questioned by journalists whether the United States had their own psychic program, of course, was received with no comment.
We have nukes. We have nukes. That's what my, if I was like the Attorney General or whoever like makes the comment, that'd be my comments like, we have nukes.
I'm like, general demand, do you care to comment on the Russian super soldiers with psychic abilities? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Commodore Demand, do you care to make a comment on Russian super soldiers claiming to have psychic powers and what this means for conventional modern warfare going forward?
We got nukes. That's all.
Thank you very much for your comments. You just like wave to everybody. So long, you're like, President Demand incoming. You heard it here first. Mm-hmm. You heard it here.
2042.
Let's get it. 2042. No, we're gonna be in battle by then, according to a lot of people.
Well, then you're gonna need someone like me as the helm.
So, as I said before, the Pentagon won't comment on Russia's fears of psychic weapons. Russian fears. Everybody's terrified. According to this article that dropped earlier last year, the Department of Defense indeed won't comment on any PSYOP technology. Now, we know in the past, man, that the United States has indeed invested a lot of money. And I don't know if you've ever seen Men Who Stare at Goats. Have you seen that movie? Yeah, it's a comedy about that kind of thing that people believed. Well, there were reports of, people having certain extrasensory perception, being able to tell where things were that were lost on the Earth without any navigational equipment, predict certain events and things that are going to happen, which would be pretty valuable if proven true. Now, the problem is with many sciences is having a repeatable experiment, right? Anybody can get lucky once or twice. Am I right?
Yeah, and the article you just read, there's no scientific claims, right? It's just like, dolphins are psychic, Russian got super soldiers. All right.
It's literally what it is, dude. So according to this article, this past week, Foreign Policy wrote about a memo originally published in a Russian news outlet, which I just explained to you. The memo outlined the Russian Federal Guard Service, or FSO, would handle a war spilling how they would handle a war spilling into Russian territory. That included the threat of psychic weapons, or psi generators, as they called them, and enemy forces with hypnotic abilities. The memo warned of psychological infection of personnel through these attacks, which pose a great risk. Isn't this like magic?
Psi generator?
Like,
Gotcha.
aren't they just talking about magic, dude? Like,
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
that where we are? They're literally talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? Magical powers that can, like, influence and find out
Generator.
things. This is basically the Marvel Universe's explanation of everything. Tell me I'm wrong, dude. They're all like, dude, it's not magic. It's like, it's like, yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? At a Pentagon briefing on Friday, January the 6th, 2023, with Pentagon Press Secretary Brigadier General Pat Ryder and Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense Laura Cooper, Task and Purposes Jeff Scholgel asked about both newly announced weapons to Ukraine and the foreign policy article. Does the U.S. have any weapons or personnel who can get into the enemy's thoughts? Shogel asked. Quality journalism, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we got a blonde with double D's in the back.
So, psychic attack, writer repeated for clarity. Cooper instead first answered about the RIM missiles.
What's up, Doc?
And then he is quoted as saying, I have nothing on your second topic. So, he didn't say anything, dude. I mean, is that
We
because
got
we want
nukes.
the Russians?
We got nukes.
Oh my God. As for how to deal with these purported rumored psychic attacks, the FSO memo outlined a few strategies. There were some obvious ones, of course, hyping up their forces by praising their strength and courage, and some less obvious ones. Those included visits to churches to pray, as well as pairing the mostly political savvy officers of the FSO to the least stable, the memo reads. So just like conventional psychological stuff, right?
Right.
Like, encourage your troops, like the weaker troops, make sure that they're with a veteran to train them and help them. So, of course, even some people in the Russian military scoffed at this article outlining the development of psychic super soldiers who can control animals via telepathy, had been deployed to Chechnya, rumoredly. Alexandrov, chairman of the Russian Academy of Sciences, called such claims fairy tale. I mean, so that's the end of Campfire Stories, I guess, dude, right?
Yeah,
Psychic
GG.
powers aren't real. There's
No scientific
No.
claims, there's no scientific studies, there's no scientists that made powerful observations or wrote articles on it.
except for the fact that this is Campfire Stories. Wait a minute. Is my voice mod on?
Oh.
Except for the fact that this is Campfire Stories. And you know we ain't gonna do you like that. No. No, sir. No, ma'am. Prepare yourselves for the story of Nina Kulginia. That was a pretty good one, right?
Was,
Is that a good
strong-
one?
Strong one.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the story of Nina Kulginia. Born 1926, she was a Russian woman whose apparent ability to move objects by psychokinesis attracted the interest of Russian and Western parapsychologists from the 1960s. Claims by skeptics that she practiced deception with hidden magnets and disguised threats with mirrors. Just wait. We're not even getting. We're just getting warmer.
Oh, beep,
We hit
beep.
500.
Bam,
No way.
bam, bam, bam.
At least you can edit this out. Sorry, future demand.
Yeah.
I just want to
Future
say,
Demand did not edit
ladies and
that out.
gentlemen, hold on. Dude,
Miles was 500.
no way, dude. No way. Our 500 subscriber is somebody we know.
Yeah, it was Miles.
No
Old dirty
way,
diner.
dude.
No, did not edit that out.
Congratulations.
At all, thanks to man.
Thank
Well
you,
played.
everyone, who let us get here for our 500 subscriber special on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce, those of you who are at the subathon already know, we're going to be duo streaming to
not bad.
YouTube. From, to be announced. But we're going to be
Hey, we're doing do a stream for
away
YouTube
from
right now.
Twitch. But we also are going to be streaming to YouTube to increase our watch hours. So we're going to encourage everyone, if you want to have both of those streams up and help us out, it's a tremendous help. It's going to increase our watch hours, help us to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark so that we can get monetized and move to the next realm of quality video game comedy entertainment. Also, we have Campfire Stories YouTube channel. For those of you who enjoy that, much
That we
smaller
opened.
channel, it's a baby
Well,
channel.
1K?
It just started growing.
Yeah.
That's where you're gonna find this content. If our mod Kiwi will put it in chat, you can find all of this content live on that channel in its rawest, most delicious form, which is how you like it.
Go ahead and
Nina Kulginia, born 1926, was a
What
Russian
the?
woman who apparently had the ability to move objects with psychokinesis and attracted the interest, again, of Russian and Western parapsychology. Some claimed that she manipulated some of these tests, and I'll go through a list of some of the things she could do, with hidden magnets, disguised threads, and the like. But however, no evidence of fraud demand was ever produced. Nina Kulginia was born July 30th, 1926 in Lenin, known as St. Petersburg, where she lived her entire life. In Russian media, she was referred to as Nelia Nikolaeva.
Nikolaeva.
Yeah, I literally.
Nikolaeva.
So her name actually wasn't her name. Nikolgenia.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Nikolgenia took part in the Red Army's defense of Leningrad during the Nazi siege, along with her father, brother, and sister. So she was a military woman, becoming a radio operator in a tank regiment of at least at the age of 14. At a
Cup of coffee real quick.
It's so intense. After the war, she married Viktor Vasilyevich
This is
Kulkin,
huge.
a Russian naval engineer, and bore 3 children, dude.
Wow.
She dropped 3 calves, bro.
3
Congratulations,
calves.
Nina and Victor.
Respawn.
In the early 1960s, Kulginia was hospitalized for a nervous breakdown, possibly because she couldn't control her powers. You be the judge, man. You be the judge. Possibly as a result from the chronic, but more likely as a result from her chronic pain from her wound or from delayed post-traumatic stress disorder, or as they called it back in the day, the shell shock.
Shell shock.
Early in December 1963, she heard a radio report about a woman who could see colors with her fingers and declared, "I can do that," recalling that while convalescing in the hospital, she had been able to pick the colored threads she needed for her embroidery from an opaque bag without looking at them. To convince her disbelieving husband, she demonstrated this ability while blindfolded. In repeat experiments, she showed that as well as correctly identifying hidden colors, she could read text, discern the dates on coins, and accurately reproduce simple drawings made by him in a separate room.
Ooh.
These experiments came to light some weeks later when the couple told the doctor about them. 2 decades of investigation on her additional aptitude or psychokinesis followed, where she was going to be tested. What an amazing ability, am I right, man? What are we going to do with this, right? What's the government going to do?
Read her for more children to turn into Russian super soldiers so they get 600.
That's a disgusting comment, but you actually bring up a good point. Like, I wonder if any of her children have this ability, right? You would think, you would only assume that it was passed down like generation to generation, possibly genetically. Maybe she was like the next jump in evolution. I realize it's hard to say, but yeah. So these tests were mostly conducted by Russian scientists, but also intermittently by 5, no less than 5 Western scientists who became aware of Kulginia through a 1968 documentary film. We might have to get our hands on that and watch that for our Patreon content. You feel me? Shout out to y'all, by the way. More than 100 and possibly more than 200 sessions were undertaken, some in laboratories.
Oh, so these were like scientific experiments.
This
Shout
is
out
not-
non-believers.
Shout out non-believers, the haters. What's up, Suji? Give you a heart. Shout out
Suji's love hearts.
with the anti-tentacle. So what we have is we have a woman with outlandish claims from Russia, a mother, a veteran, you know, somebody potentially with PTSD. It's hard to say that if these claims were real, like what was the catalyst for these powers that she potentially had? Like, how did she get these? Did her traumatic past like have something to do with that? Like, it's
Krypton.
really interesting, but nonetheless,
Krypton.
these experiments were as scientifically monitored as you could possibly get in 1968. So it wasn't just Russian propaganda. As I said, no less than 5 Western scientists in possibly more than 200 sessions that were undertaken, some in laboratories, proved that potentially she had these abilities. Unfortunately, after a long period of poor health, Kulgenia died of a heart attack on April 11th, 1990 at age 63.
What if our kids killed her? There can only be one.
Stop trying to attribute the plot of the Highlander to Kulgenia's children.
Yeah, but like, what if there can only be one psychic in the bloodline? And you, like, she died of a heart attack. A heart
Because there
attack.
was more than one. What if all 3 of her kids were like psychic children? You know the Russians probably
Sponge.
tested her, right? You know they probably
100%.
did.
They're probably still alive somewhere in like a compound somewhere.
I know what you're asking yourself, though, right? You're saying, Doctor Man, what
The man
could she
hates
do,
moms.
right?
No, they're expensive though.
What
I think
were
they
her
are.
abilities? What were her claimed abilities? Are you ready for this? We're gonna get in so deep here before we go to the video game content. Let's go to man. You ready?
Gee, $300.
Typically,
dude.
Kulgenia sat at a small table during these
That's
scientific tests and was observed to move small objects placed in front of her without touching them. Apparently, by a process of mental concentration, the objects included were things such as matchsticks and
Hold on.
of matches.
1 second. I just have to go to the other room real quick. Yeah.
Cigarette, an empty metal salt shaker, and even a wristwatch. I feel like Penn and Teller have done this right in front of me, but you know it's fine. It's fine. We're
weren't
taking
real.
this. It's true.
It's
The
hard.
usual starting distance between her and the objects was about half a meter, but successes from up to 2 meters away were reported. Sometimes she succeeded with objects placed on a chair or on the floor, even, or like further away.
Right.
Initially, the objects moved towards her. In a later phase, they tended to move away. At first, Kulgenia moved her body or pointed her head, but later, she also made hand movements. She felt aided the process. She had to do a little Harry Potter, you know what I mean? Yeah, little, you know what I mean? Little diddly, you know what I mean?
Whoa.
What? What? The movements were sometimes fairly smooth and other times jerky. For an extended movement, several spells of short motion were performed. The movements were slow and did not achieve momentum requiring the continued application of force to maintain, although they would sometimes continue for a short time after Colgania stopped concentrating. It just sounds like she was having a seizure. I'm not gonna lie, but the stuff moved. Stuff moved. She found it easy to move a long object standing on its end. Even one as light as a cigarette tended not to fall over while being moved. According to researchers, objects ranged in size from a single match to a 10-centimeter plexiglass cube, which moved while she was attempting to move items inside of it.
So strong.
Dude, this woman was the next level, bro.
She was like Cat from X-Men.
She was able to move a single object.
Cat from X-Men. Right.
She was able.
Right, demand.
Once in one direction, or two in different directions.
The lightning messes with the TV. Ew.
Dude!
This is all like done in a scientific.
More
Like
tends
way.
to move objects when he is having a seizure as well.
As they fly off the table.
It's just as he punches out several orderlies. He's like Chris Farley in that scene when he realizes the Folgers crystals like were fake, and he's just like, ah, and like 7 people are holding each arm back. She was also observed to spin a compass needle 360 degrees in either direction,
Okay.
stop a pendulum, or change the direction of its swing. Move a hydrometer floating in water within a wire cage. And
Wired cage.
prevent a scale from unbalancing when extra weight was placed on one of its pans. Bro,
Okay.
what? Excuse me? Black and white photos, if you want to zoom in on this, show her levitating a small ball between her hands. Though the original source is not clear, Sergeyev stated that he observed this feat.
Wasn't
that
he a
she's doing it.
scientist, Sergeyev?
Mhm.
Oh, so
So,
you just eat your heart
yeah.
out.
Yeah, you would literally be like, well, somebody threw the ball through it. There it is. Sergeyev stated that he observed her doing this live.
A scientific
Colgania
setting.
was reported to have stopped the beating of a disembodied frog's heart as a crowning achievement.
Wait, disembodied frog's heart? So it's already going to die. I can do that too.
You just wait.
Alright. Alright. Hold up.
Not looking.
Hold on.
This campfire's not looking good, man. We need to pull this one out. We gotta pull this one out, man.
Keep going.
Wait a minute. We're not done. Shut up, Chad. We're not done. We're not cooked. This is the Dr. Man show, damn it. She is also reported to have revived a fish that was nearly dead, assumedly probably putting it back in water.
But Doc, these were scientific experiments.
I should have never had that shot. We were celebrating, dude. I got too deep in, bro. I got too deep in. Herbert. I don't know who that is. I can't remember. I'm just assuming he's another scientist. Herbert described it as an unbearable pain, while Keel and Fowler felt endurable heat and pain and retained burn marks without blistering. So
Whoa.
what that means is,
She had pyrokinesis. That's cool.
yeah, So Kogenia reportedly could induce the sensation of heat on a person's skin with a light contact of her hand. The intensity, of course, depended on the person. As I said, a thermometer placed between her hand and the observers showed no change in actual temperature.
Interesting. That's pretty
Right?
cool.
So that's interesting because like monks can heat up their hands, and perhaps it was just simply just, an increase in heartbeat, and like that's 100% real. Like, by the way, you can, through meditation and training, like increase the amount of heat output. Some people can do it naturally. That is a scientific fact, right? But this evidently was something. This was something separate from that. Right? They could burn without blistering. Sergeyev stated that Kolgenia
I like how
was
it keeps
able
going
to
you when I pause.
psychokinetically
10 out
draw
of 10.
simple patterns on photosensitive paper, but Western scientists, however, obtained no tangible evidence of this. She wasn't all superpowers.
Wait,
however.
but the Western scientists confirmed that she could heat people up? She could burn
everything.
people?
Yep. And she could levitate objects and move stuff around.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, they didn't see her draw simple patterns on photosensitive paper with her psychic powers. But the Russian scientists did. Take that for what you will.
Suka.
Kolgenia was, unfortunately, like I said, not all she wasn't all superpower. She could be nerfed. Kolgenia was able to successfully produce PK effects in some of 80% of her attempts on average. So we're not talking about like 100% success rate.
Oh,
right?
she's
Like
not a
Dr.
fraud.
Mancho pulls her out. 80% of the time, she's gonna do something wild, but not always. Keel and his co-authors estimate this percentage. The presence of hostile observers, of course, inhibited her. If you were hostile to her, she wasn't able to perform. But if she persisted, she would eventually succeed. So if you were overly critical or mean to her, she wouldn't be able to. She would be able to perform.
Hurt her with her
Shout out.
feelings.
I mean, yeah. Shout out to all men, ladies. Just chill. Screens made of various materials had no inhibiting effect. Notably, she was unable to move an object in a vacuum, however. Although this may have been a result not of the vacuum itself, but of the object being concealed in a...
My fuel. Not bad.
No. No.
We'll get him, Tiger.
Gaines stated that the PK was difficult to achieve during hot weather and storms. So her powers were inhibited by hot weather and storms. Sergeyev determined that high humidity was also an inhibitor.
What? Dude, Florida's safe from any psychokinetic mumbo jumbo. Brother, dude, I'm safe and sound, baby. No one can harm this big brain of mine.
America has fallen, all except Florida and northern Georgia. They remain impervious to our psychokinetic powers.
Yes,
As
but they're...
these Florida man remain a problem for glorious revolution.
Atlanta
Okay.
roads don't really exactly know what they're doing.
And
We are afraid of Atlanta roads. They just no, suka bread.
Suka. I knew you were going to show him Atlanta. I knew you would do it. Evidently, Kolgenia's heart rate was found to increase during her PK attempts.
Oh,
And it got as high as 240 beats per minute.
Jesus.
Ullman measured a resting heart rate of 85 and a working heart rate of 132. Golgania tended to lose as much as 2 kilograms of weight
What?
during sessions, more than would typically be lost in a similar period by means of strenuous physical exercise. So Golgania was a sweater, dude.
Dude,
She
I
was
need
a
to become
sweater.
a psychic.
You need to start trying harder. All y'all do. You want to lose some damn weight. Also,
all mental,
tons
baby.
of liquid. Adverse effects reported by her included, after her sessions, extreme exhaustion, dizziness, pain in the neck, upper spine, legs and feet, general aches and pains, and a metallic taste in her mouth.
She has diabetes.
Probably from straining until she bled from her nose. So she sometimes required breaks of 1 or more days between sessions. EEG monitoring showed marked changes during these PK effects, including a concentration of energy in the direction of Golgania was gazing.
So they actually have scientific proof that like there's more
EEG
energy.
monitoring. Yes. They marked changes that in the direction she was facing, marked energy changes were observed.
Wow.
The Dr. Man Show will get a hold of this, but Golgania's PK effects were often filmed, first by her husband and then by others. Many clips can be found on YouTube, and some in this hyperlink here, showing the addition of hand movements, tests with compasses, and subjective sensations of heat.
Wait a minute.
Just play it, just run it while I'm talking about it.
Okay.
And her final test, in which she was unable to perform a PK event. The video that you're watching now includes a short interview with Keel in the film from when he and Pratt unexpectedly drop in Golgania, and she invited them to stay for dinner and a PK demonstration. So there you have it. We can't forget. Let's give a shout out to the critics, right? We got to give a shout out to the critics.
Mm-hmm.
Accusations of fraud were made against Golgania from the outset of the investigations, and of course they've continued to the present day. We laughed a little bit here on the Dr. Man Show. That's not to say that we personally don't believe in any psychic powers. I feel like human intuition is proof enough of some sort of extrasensory perception, right? The
True.
feeling that the vibes are off, as the kids say, right? Like, always better to listen to your inner voice in situations that where things are just off, right? That's just historical. So, not that these things are completely irrelevant, but there are hucksters, there's scammers, there's people who like to pretend. According to Golgania's husband, the first Soviet scientist to invite her into a laboratory, L.L. Savili of Leningrad University, was open to the possibility that her abilities were real, having previously written a book on psychokinesis. However, his junior associates believed that she was fooling the gullible old professor by using invisible threads, and the university's authorities ordered him to cease experimentation. Similar problems plagued her and Russian scientists throughout the investigation. One scientist, Eduard Numov, was arrested by the KGB and imprisoned for a year in a work camp, apparently because his frequent meetings with Western psychologists related to his work with Golgania aroused police suspicions. So that's just communism in action. Yeah, that's just what they do. In 1986, article for Pravda assessed media claims concerning Golgania. It cites, alongside positive testimonies, a report in Leningrad Evening newspaper that states
the heck is that? Ripe pine cone. Huh? Shrimp burger? Fruit? The heck? What else is out here? Oh, sorry about it, buddy. I guess let me put this stuff upstairs. In my fridge. Hold on.
Yeah.
Come on.
No
What does it
good
get?
paranormal, parapsychology, para ghost
Paralympics.
story. Paralympics ends without a good quality law.
Go ahead to bed. Sleeping on a bed, yeah, it's okay. Sleeping in a bed, yeah, working all day. Sleeping in a bed, yeah. You can sense something? Can you sense? Where's that thing getting closer? What's happened? Just an earthquake happened? Okay. That was weird. Just a random earthquake. I'm going back to bed. Kind of spooky though. A little spooky. I guess we could investigate what the earthquake was. I'm good. I'll grab my MRE for roaches to eat it. Alright, what's on today's report? Did we talk about the earthquake? No? Okay. Oscar Lima X-ray. Oscar Lima X-ray. Oscar? Lima? X-ray. So I go O LX. Okay. SV target. Okay. Going to Oscar. Well, hold on. We're going to Oscar. Now, first rule earthquake, you don't talk about earthquake. Guess so, dude. Whoa. SV.hash 14E X9 B1F97. First rule of earthquake, you don't talk about earthquake. Port Oscar? SV target Lima. We're going to do Lima next, and then after that, we're going to go ahead and do X-ray. Taking care of business. It's alright. Taking care of business. Heck yeah. Just saying, with all the networking you got going on, you should be able to request a hash from Peace. You're absolutely correct, bro. You're absolutely correct. Fortunately, that's not the case. Running around making repairs makes sense? It does. It does. But I have a robot that does it now. I don't like when it's like light in here. 03 4 9 4 up, 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 up. We'll go to the top of our tower and see about like what that earthquake was. Until then, business as usual. Do some ashes, make a little love, get down tonight. Reset a transformer or two, you know? Six, 0, 7. Did I write that on my notepad? Did. 727 8. Up, up. Up, up. Up, up. Up, up. Up, up. Up, up. Alright, let's do a TR check. Let's do 01. I hope it's not the one we're about to go to. Foggy. We are gonna go to Swan over here. Real quick. That's TR2. I might as well reset it while I'm here. You know? You can check up on our alien friends while we're over here. aliens have set up like a treehouse over here. See their ships. They're gonna camouflage as soon as we get close. Wow. Nice. Don't want to use that. I need a big knife. What is that? Guns? Oh, something's going on. Something weird's going on right now. The event happening. I don't know what the event is. Forgot to hit the brake. Just come back. I forgot to hit the brake again. There's an event happening right now. I can't save it. I don't know what's going on. Let me head back to base. I forgot it. I hit exit to see if the event's still going on. No classic. Where am I going? Deep in these woods, eh? Get out of here. I'm gonna be in these woods. Go back to civilization. Oh, I see my base. Huge. That's still going on. Hey, that's going on. Anything from email? My email. That's still going on. I don't know what the event is. Oh, Jesus. What event is going on right now? Huh. I don't know, the place we need to go is the basement. That'll be our whole base. All my meat's been eaten. I hear buzzing. Event is over now. I have no clue what the event was. Oh. Alright. Well. You got activate. Don't worry, I'll master doors one day.
No.
Silly, doors are hard, bro. They're very hard. It's just scanning that. Can you calm down? Thanks, bro. I gotta charge you up anyways. Here. There's so many things I'll miss in this game. It's crazy. Yeah, let's calibrate the trucks. SD cal. Oh. Yeah, that's weird. I looked around, I looked at the sky. Alright, well that's doing that. Everything else triangulating. Let's come to the tower and see what we can find. It's daylight enough. What a thrill. What a thrill. That smokestack's from a generator. Yeah, it is. What? Did it leave something for me? Is that the event? Nothing in my emails. Alright, well. Oops. What an event going on? Nothing? 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 Hmm. Oh. Yeah. I don't really know what event's going on right now. Something's going on. Just gonna keep doing our thing. My drone coming in. I think it looked like it went over to my bunker. Okay. Hmm. Maybe I should go check my telescope. Whoa. What's up, Mike Agree? How you doing, buddy? these guys want from me? Pretty weird though. Guess I'll check basement one more time. Yep. All on me is mostly still there. We're gonna have to go the way the drone went. All the water packed down. This way. Do have to go. I unfortunately it's gonna be a short stream. We're gonna go investigate what that was. There's the murder house. Okay. So we'll go back to the aliens, right? I want to steal that. You go treehouse though. Not gonna lie. Just don't know where to go. Head back to base. glasses. You know what happens. Still any event that's going on. Missing anything? Okay. Okay. Can't do anything without a forward port. Please check these servers again. X-ray. That was it. Dang it. Swear I got X-ray right. Alright. Head over to X-ray real quick. This we target. Let's walk over to X-ray. Never mind. Not too far. What? Alright. But X-ray should have been my last one, right? Do reports. Yeah, that should have been X-ray. Look at it again. Go back. Should be right behind you. 75. I need to like what's in a box? Yeah, I do. Hang in there, little buddy. Huh? Yeah, still going crazy. I don't know what it wants me to do. I can't save. Yeah, I can't save. I wish it would tell me where to look, essentially. I checked everywhere in this place. I guess I didn't like check the storage room too well. Nothing. Maybe I gotta check the bathroom. Nothing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I gotta check the tower again. Either the event has yet to trigger because some condition has not been met, or the game is generally broken. Okay. Debug events. Debug events. No events are active. But I can't save. That's odd. I did see a UFO. Oh, let me try to climb to the top of the tower again. So when I climbed to the top of the tower, my screen went like radioactively fuzzy, and like a UFO came by. You. The buggy. Hold on. What a thrill. Dun, 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 dun. What a thrill. I'm so glad you're here. When I went by the treehouse, there was knives and a poster, which kind of scared me, kind of freaked me out a little bit. Yeah, a UFO came by, buzzed my screen, and then went off, like, I think that direction. Am I forever bugged? I knew I shouldn't have came by those aliens. The aliens have, like, guns now. There's, like, 2 guns in a corner. And then, there were shrimp burgers that came raining down from above. And pine cones and, like, a root. think it started when you woke up from sleeping. Where do I go to like look at what's going on? I looked everywhere. I even like drove out on my bike. There was like a slight earthquake that happened yesterday, but then that when that was over. Checked my emails. There's nothing like my emails. I sent you that X-ray, dude. Bro, what are you talking about? That was literally X-ray's thing. I have to go back to X-ray again? Alright. This doctor's losing his mind. This was an event, you could type debug scrape in the event, but it said there was no event active. I always say escape again. I've done that too many times. Well, let me get X-ray's code again. Why is there like random fence posts? What's up, Beginner? Hold on. We'll respond to that in a minute. SV.hash. What? Am I dumb? F1 54 Pt.7 4323. Alright, bro. Did I really just... Debug. Debug. Events? Events are active. Alright, bro. Get up. Ooh, burger. I'm hallucinating food. Oh. Something out here. I have to get back to base before I starve. Yeah. Probably a bug. I'll try debug scrape once I get back to base and like get a full belly. That's the start of the game. The heck just hit me? Just clotheslined me off the bike. I was so hungry I fell off. Stop it. is not good. I'm doing pretty decent Baconator. I'll grab my ATV later on. Oh no, I shouldn't. Oh, the bonk. The bonk's back. That's so loud. I should get back on the ATV. So now I'm committed. Thank you for the EP. Alright. I have to make executive decisions. Alright. It's also in double. That's not good. Now it should be in double. So I probably should have got back on the ATV and drove it. It would be much faster. Guys, I might die here. Which is fine because I'm stuck on like an event loop. Back up. Almost home. I might have left the ATV out there. There's like a high possibility I did that. The tower. See the base. No. Get back up. We don't have time for that. No. You get back up. Come on. Come on. Oh. There's nothing going on. Oh yeah, debug scrape. I'm too tired now. Alright, guys. Did I send out the report? There's your seeds. There's your seeds. Please redo the full report. Check these satellite servers again. Second, dude. What else with you? I didn't send it out? Oh. Too late? Maybe. Oh. Oh. Alright. It's offline. Ah. New cup. Come on. Molasses. Come on. What a thrill. No, I don't have enough time, I don't think, because it takes an hour for it to come back and grab it, right? Oh no, it's gonna be close. Yes. Alright. Make it in time? Should be. I should make it in time. Alright, let's do debug. One more time. Let's do debug events. No events are active. Debug. It's great. Okay. Debug can't save. Can't save right there. Alright, chat, you saw both times that the hash, the same thing, right? 23, 43, E7, 54, F1. I sent that out in the drive box. I sent that out twice because I did this one too. So he has two of these. See that one and this one. So this man's costing. How much is a drive box? Drive. Okay, so as I don't think that's too much. Okay. This unknown part 2. There's so much in this game, it's kind of daunting. We're just gonna go to bed. So I tried looking up crafting things, and I got to the Wikipedia. Hopefully the game didn't bug and made you miss an important event. Where are my cups? Dude. Alright, so real quick. I've gotten like pine cones, potatoes, chicken burgers, shrimp burgers, sorry. Ripe pine cones, like, and now my cups are just stacked like that. It's day 23. So if there's the important event that I missed, please let me know. But I'm going to bed. Look out the window. Which window? Hate that with a passion. These random noises, dude. I hate these random noises. Oh, as I was saying, I went to the treehouse and there's like, I'll show you guys. So I don't understand it. Why do the lights keep going on and off? Is that a signal? Don't you tell me something? Those guns are pressure washers. Can I take them? Are they gonna get angry at me? Sir, reception is closed. Just waiting in line. You don't believe they get mad? Alright, this is what I'm gonna do, in case they do. Dude. Okay, we're good. Daily day task is complete. Okay, we're good. Foxtrot Papa Hotel. So this is what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna buy shrimp packs. We're gonna buy 16 shrimp packs. Alright. Okay. I think I could put shrimp packs in my pocket. We're gonna feed the shrimp packs to the aliens. You said I think that you said the aliens are by Victor. Victor. Do we have a Papa? We do have a Papa. Okay. We're gonna do Foxtrot. Foxtrot Hotel. Foxtrot, Papa, Shrimp. Wherever they are, somewhere in here. Shrimp, Hotel, back to base. And then we're gonna try to take you know, that stuff. We're gonna place. What's that noise? I should have ran. No. Why did my thing go around? Alright. Anyways. How do I put the shrimp back in the packs? Where's my... Use. No. Use. Put the bone in there. Store. You don't think you can put it back? Hold on, I have to get my backpack first. Back to it. Alright, so we're gonna go backpack. Use. Regretfully, I'm going to put my crowbar in there. Throw the crowbar. Throw the half hook. Now I can collect this. Put this. Throw in a freshie. Alright. Where's my TV? Yeah! I remember where my ATV is now. He's buck 2. Wait, where's my ATV? Where's the gatehouse? Is it over here? Gonna try to kill Rufus anytime soon? Heck no, bro. I threw that Molotov. I knew exactly what type of character I am. Non-confrontational character, bro. That guy was terrifying. Where's the... Follow the path from Foxtrot. Brilliant. Okay. Can I, hold on. So if we go Juliet, go to ATV, go to Foxtrot. Perfect. So go to SV, target. Can't spell Juliet, save my life. I actually can't spell Juliet to save my life. SV, target. Ju. There we go. Boom. I know you have it typed out, but I won't talk about it. See any explosives to kill him? I only have access to Molotovs right now. You spelled it wrong too. Listen, I'm trying to avoid combat as much as possible, Phantom. Your boy out here terrified. This is Juliet. Still hungry? No? We cross the bridge ahead. Okay. There's a few things to loot outside the fence, by the way. Okay, okay. Three or four of them collectibles. I see it. All right. All right, so we had Foxtrot. We keep going with our plan, right? We go to Foxtrot. Two of them are plushies. I'm not huge into the plushies. I like the cats. But I'm not a huge plushie guy. But I will eventually collect them. This is Quebec. What was the game plan again? Foxtrot, go to Papa, drop off the shrimp, go to hotel. Guess we target Foxtrot. Alien plushies. I might persuade. How much fuel I got? I think I'm at half a tank. I'm at 43, but I do have solar power. So as soon as the sun comes up. It's the green and orange outside the fence. Do you know exactly where they are? Because I'll probably go grab them. Dude, I really want to work on Omega. There's so much stuff I want to do in this game, man. I want to get a bunch of money, right? I want to get the servers up and running. I want to get Omega Kerfus, whatever his name is. Rufus. Rufus is the bad guy, that's right. Kerfer. I want to get, I want to, like, explore more when the entities pop up. The last time I did that, it was just a deer. And then the time before that, it was a hell spawn trying to break down my door at the one, like, portable trailer park area with the hole. So I don't know. So much stuff I want to do in this game. Green is at the highest point on the south end of the map. Okay. We could probably swing by there. SV Ash 51 E A 6C 1C and B. Bop up, bop up, bop up, bop up, bop up. Check the handicap spot when you get back to the chat. Okay. Extra. So we got target. Papa. Orange is on the top right of the map. Alright, so we're not near the top right of the map. So if I find a server hash that brings me near the top right, but since we're near Papa, I'll want to grab that green one. Just because I'm here, you know? Might as well. Makes sense. Ramp it. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You're not fine. Alright. That's fine, it's fine. Huh. Alright. Not fine, we're not fine, we're not fine. Not fine. Not fine. My glasses. 34 health. Papa. Tallest in the south into the map. Outside of the map, right? Outside fence for both, yes? Okay. SV hash 1588 C1E D5 D5 capital D. Alright. Then we go to, okay, so hotel is actually north. So we OS3 target hotel. Drop off the shrimp. There's a second collectible by the orange. Alright. Let me know when I start heading that way what it is. We are gonna go chop off the shrimp. Okay, we're gonna chop off the shrimp. Alright, so can I take this poster? What can I not take from these guys? Because I don't want them to be angry with me. Why do they hate this person? Take this poster? Okay. I want to collect these things. I want to collect... That's cool. Can't use this. Can't take box light or egg thing. Like anything small enough to fit in your inventory. Alright. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, not the sponge. It's fine. Alright. Okay, how much does this thing weigh? I don't know, but that's all I wanted. Thank you. I just want this poster. How much does this thing weigh? Oh, raw shrimp. There you go. Let me just... What about the other poster? They seemed very upset at that person. So, nah. How much room do I need? Alright, place poster. Poster. Oh, still can't collect it. I just like drop my whole inventory. No. Did I hear someone eating up here? Dear God, they ate all of it. Oh no. It's just chilling over here. Okay. Oh, they ate one of the shrimps on the ground? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many shrimps come in a pack? 10? Oh yeah, I want of this. I heard the eating noise. Yeah, I heard the eating noise too. Alright, we go to this way. Remember the night vision goggles? They were too OP. Aww. I wanted the night vision goggles too. Whoop! Didn't mean to grab you like that. Sorry, sorry. No, 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 no. Alright, so the aliens should love me. I've given them, I think, was it 17 packs? I think. Yeah, I think I gave them 17 packs of shrimp. No, it was infinite power. So I didn't need batteries. Okay. Target. Nope. 3. Dash. 03. 073. C89. E289. Each is 5 rep. How what's the max rep? 100? Yeah. No, 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 no. Maybe fine if it was nerfed and needed batteries instead of infinite power. I would have liked to play with the, what you call it? The night vision goggles. If I had night vision goggles, I'd be able to, like, go out at night and explore more than I already do. The nighttime, it gets very dark. It could be under the bed. Oh. One moment, please. Gotta go check right now if it's under the bed. As I navigate back to Papa. SV.Papa, target Papa. Let me hold on. Before I do that, let me start sending these drives out before it gets too late. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. How do I know what tier I am in currently? Am I the max tier? Easy. Do one more. The debug command you can use to check. Or was it debug rep? I use rep debug to figure that out. I'll do based on events. I mean, you guys are gonna have to tell me of where I am at the events. Yeah, let's go back there and check out there's night vision. Yeah. Did I do the SV Papa? I did. Alright. Nope. Oh, I parked out up front, didn't I? Not any events will harm me a good rep. What events would harm? I don't want to grab this. I'm scared. What is this? Also, don't drop it. Can I set it down gently? What happens if I use it? What does it do? Was it a gun? Alien gun? It doesn't work. No, then I'll just return it. That's, you know. What I did with previously with the shrimp and just like place on their bed. Drop them active. Didn't do anything. Made some loud noises. Alright, so we'll just return the gun. Check the shrimp situation. Dropping it just makes it shoot. Oh, okay, I thought I like ruined the gun for them. How did a gun get here? It's gone. Nope, I saw it. Alright. Let's head to the aliens then. Real quick. First I gotta repair this bad boy. Just tripping on that branch and dropping it. That's great. 10 out of 10. Gonna repair this bad boy up. It can be used as a weapon by dropping it. You know, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Are you on your way still? Did they give me my money? They did. Pretty good. Just confirmed that it was everything we wanted. Confirm. Okay, I'm just going to turn that on. Where can I put you? You buy a wood chipper, I could chip them. Spooky. Package received. Did a task. Huge. How much is a wood chipper? If it's less than like 100. I'll use this fuel? Oh. To make even, it takes 50 of them? Alright. Well. Use Old Faithful. You'd shred aliens for profit too? It takes fuel now. It's totally not worth it. No, my face. Hello. It's me. Eat all the shrimp? You eat all the shrimp. Okay. Hey, all the shrimp. Holy moly. Check underneath. Didn't move the beds too well. Yeah, it said it takes gasoline. Am I wrong though? There's mining in this game? Alright, there is no... There's just a big knife and a poster. Oh. I want to give back the gun. Oh, there's empty shrimp packs, baby! Alright. Welcome for the gun. Bye. Do I need a pickaxe in mine? What's that noise? Trip over. Oh. Just like the shovel, it can be bought. You take the empty packs to sell? Nah. I mean, that's the smarter thing to do, right? But, I don't know, I'm feeling super lazy. Hook, light source, pike to loot, hiking boots, pickaxe, and hazmat suit needed to mine. Also a pumpkin to the mine? You mess with me? What do I sacrifice it for the mine overlords? Gods of the mine? A pickaxe in the lake. I do have hiking boots. That helps. Light source. I mean, I have a flashlight. Hook? I have a hook. Hazmat suit. Don't have one of those. Nope, can't confirm. You need to offer a pumpkin to somebody inhabiting the cave to leave. What if I just leave anyways? Huh? I advise a ton of crank batteries or a crank flashlight. Alright. Let's says, why are you streaming so early? Are you now streaming to mimic my swing shift? I respect that. You know it. It's awesome. I mean, it's kind of awesome. The fact this in the game makes the default pressure washer null and void, that's true. What was I doing before this? I got distracted by this mamma jamma. Kind of the right. This thing does clean pretty fast. Alright, I take it back. The voice of the void tell you to say that? Maybe? I mean, honestly, the voice of the void tell me a lot of things. A lot of things. Okay. Alright. I approve. The thing's pretty awesome. There are plenty of spots you can actually fix up, sadly. Oh. I need a crank flashlight, is what you're saying. Let me just double check on that wood chipper. Maybe it said like... okay. Maybe it said like gasoline and... uses fuel. Okay. That's unfortunate. Where's the wrench at? Screwdriver somewhere around here. I want to start cooking in my oven. Wrench in here, maybe? Alright, let's take a look at these posters real quick. Okay. Ooh. Let's go ahead. Wait, did I... didn't collect it. Is that them holding Earth? I don't think I like that. Alright. Focus on one thing at a time. I need food, first off. Use. Boom. Close that up. I want to... hold on. No. Right, the treehouse user... okay, next time I get super hungry, I will. New cups, huge. Alright. Screwdriver. Try sleeping on their beds? Yeah. I just forgot. Don't want to focus on fixing something. I want to make some food. Saw discs. This is a mess. Alright, got the wrench. Huge. Did the screwdriver pop out? Yes. Alright. That's an axe. There we go, wrench. Did I do it? Um. Hmm. Oh. Okay, now I get it. The walls are. Oh. Alright. Nope. Oh. Nope. Nope. Okay. Nope. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. I managed to do without explosion. Well, you know, I'm not an electrician. Okay, so we have an oven now. Sweet. What time is it? Almost time. What can we make? Store? Food? There's not wood. Shrimp packs, meatball, beer. Flour bag. Baking tray, mittens. These are expensive. I think I'm gonna stick to MREs. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I didn't really do much stuff today besides like the hash reports, the pressure washer. I need to get back working on the signals. Can you only get butter from the Christmas event? I don't know, I think that's a Phantom Dust question. Okay. I'm good. Let's go and collect my stuff for the day. Random nail, alright. Okay. Was there an empty shrimp pack near here? There was. Okay, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. Okay. Daily task, daily task, We only have one 3-banger. None saved. Alright. Let's go and start working on these. Because he wants what? 2 or 2? He wants 2, okay. Let's activate old Sleepy Bones over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't checked on the power in a bit. SV target TR3. Gonna grab that real quick. It's glowing. Are you the one glowing? Looks like it. boys. I got the mushroom. How do I farm? Flat mushrooms are not the ones they like, but I can I farm other mushrooms from the flat mushroom though? There's the spores of the okay. I use compost on them now? Okay. Nice. I hate this place. Where am I? Back on the road. Easy, baby. Alright, so this is base, yeah. So I make compost. Is it buy compost? Let's turn the ladder. Alright. So let's try making it. So what do I put the spores in? Like a pot? Like a. I heard some strange noises, so we're just gonna close that down real quick. Mushroom. The farm pot, I think it costs. Okay. Seed pack. Wait. I could only get these seeds? Can I cross? Can I. Alright. Store. Tools. All of them turn into spore packets. But I got spore packets for only flat mushrooms. Is there any way I can get other mushrooms from flat mushrooms? Or is it always gonna be flat mushrooms? Farm. Maybe like Soil. Soap. Compost. Compost bucket. And we'll see. I think it's always flat mushrooms, but don't take my word for it. I've never even touched them in this game. Fair. Well, we're going to touch it next time because I have to go talk to a man about a seawall. I gotta see next time they're coming. Is this a cockroach? Okay. Oh, it looks dirty. Hold on. It was dirty. They're shooting for eating 1,000 roaches. We never grabbed the plushie south. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Next episode, we're going to focus. All right. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's save it. 4 o'clock in the morning. We are going to focus on plushies and Omega Curver. That's what I think we're going to do. I think these mushrooms, it's just a sidetrack, right? But we will get to them. There's just so much to do. That's a MRE, not a mushroom. Mushrooms. Place. Alright. We keep doing our hashes. We keep doing our drives to make money. Right? We buy a cranking flashlight. Oh man, I waste all that money. Dang it, I was gonna grab a crank flashlight. Well, hold on now. Hold on. Maybe we do like a mushroom farm. We sell mushrooms. Yeah? These mushrooms are profitable. Maybe we can puffball mushroom? I'm not. Where's my pot at? They're completely edible. I like portobellos. Hold. Do I need to water it? Alright. The answer is no. What's discard? That work? Right? Did I mess it up? Anyways, next time we'll focus on getting a few more plushies to line up my space with. I think you need a watering can. I remember getting one from the Transformer. Watering can doesn't seem to work on them, and you just destroyed this second crop. Alright, we'll figure it out next time. But But we are going to go for a Carrefour. We already have a few of the parts. Oh, we need 4 ball joints? Whoa. I only have 2 ball joints. Oh boy. This is going to be a long trek. What's that noise? You hear the noise, right? You're running across. The heck? First off, who was running across the bridge? Strange brownie? The show just kind of ends here. Oh wait, it doesn't. You been good? Like cute? Come get gift? Treehouse? Best of luck? Care? Bro. Bro. They like me. Huge. Human good. Oh? There's a weird seafood smell. Oh. So it was the Aryans. Did it leave me like some shrimp burgers too? Bro, they're so kind. Are they a rock? Bro, I'm going to the treehouse right now. Human good. Does that mean I have good reputation? Place this right here. I think that's the message from Max Tier. Huge. Yeah, let's go to the treehouse. Yeah, we'll end the stream out with the treehouse, bro. SV, target, Papa. I'm going to assume the brownie's like, you'll harm me? No. Do the brownies go bad? Yeah, let's go to the treehouse. That one is the story event that always happened, I thought, just a different message. Maybe. I just know he said human's good, and I am. Only because the last time I did anything wrong against them, they blew up my whole base, so I'm terrified of our alien overlords. What game day is it? I think 22, 23? 24 at the max. After this, I'll head back to base. I'll look at it. So, I touched their box. I ran back to my base. They picked up a gas can, threw it at me. It exploded, which triggered the other gas cans, set everything on fire, and just exploded me. Alright, I'm here. Is this it? Before I go in there, let me go place my backpack down real quick. Let me store all my stuff in here. Being transferred to the bridge and blowing it up? Yeah, I don't like that. I'm glad I chose, like, the path of good. Alright, let's see what they got. Helen, careful, this evil place. Scary, worry, no. Help, rough moment. Get we home, you get death, avoid. Interest, luck. Eskriniki, a arrival. We get we home, you get death, avoid. Interest, luck. So are they gonna, like, help me? If I die? They did make a plush of me. Let's go back to base. This is awesome. Certain entities, they will fend off if you bring them here, I heard. Well, they said they would protect me from death. Hold on. When I get back to base, I'll read that letter one more time. Only certain entities, though? Or only certain ones? Are they not powerful enough? Their weapons seem pretty strong. Only so I would have to go near their base for them to do anything. Are they ever going to come here and protect me? Alright, let me read this letter again. Kelleen, careful, this evil place scary. Worry no, help rough moment. Get we home, you scared the bejesus out of me. Stop it. Stop. Stop. I'm going back inside. We home, you get death avoid. I think they made the treehouse to shelter me. Okay, so if things go wrong, instead of staying in this base, I should drive to their base. Or they made a shelter for me. In case things go wrong. I go over there and cool. That's cool. Alright. Well, next time we early in the game you could have found them having a picnic near Tier 3. I think they're honestly just camping on Earth. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Yeah, next time we're going to attempt to build Omega Curfer, grab some more plushies, and see what more the aliens could do for me. That's pretty awesome. I'll talk to you, cool cats. Yeah, an early event. They have a picnic in the valley. Oh, okay. I didn't see the picnic at all. Also, thank you for reminding me. TR3 is very low. No, it's none of them are low actually. Wow, I didn't did I reset TR3? Oh, I must have. Anyways, I have to I have to go, guys. It's going to get interesting next time. I think it's going to be picking up soon. All right, well, tomorrow around 8 or 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be going live once more. Doc, again, is going to be live tonight with more Dragon Quest. Yeah, next time we try to work on the Omega Curver and try not to die. I have the setting for extreme combat in Velma mode. All right, guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.